even knows the number. I don't believe there's another person that's ever mentioned it. I've looked at all kinds of computer software encyclopedias. I mean, they're all 45, 55. Have you ever heard anybody mention it? No. And what did I show you last week? I showed you on the overhead, where I was the manager for a Comcast cable in Bricktown, and there they had a tower, and I found and I showed you the location of that tower according to the Federal Aviation Administration, the coordinates of the latitude. The latitude is west 4555. Isn't that curious? What do you think about that? How could I have that latitude, 4555, and be the only one here in the world talking about this? I mean, you saw it. And it's here. I just don't want to pull that thing out again, but we showed it on the overhead last week. I showed it to you. Pythagoras, the father of mathematics, the one who developed the harmonies of do, re, mi, fa, sol. I mean, brilliant mind, Pythagoreans. What did the guy say? He said, I have lived before. And he said, not only did I live before, but I have been allowed to remember where I was. And so the Pythagoreans taught the transmigration of the soul, like teleportation of photon. He actually said that. Oh, it's part of the Pythagorean philosophy. Well, you're going to say this guy's a nut? Pythagoras, the father of mathematics, is a nut? Because you're going to take his mathematics, which we have. You can't drop the fact that he said, I've lived before, and I've been given the ability to remember where I was. And so if you look up Pythagoras in any type of encyclopedia, whatever, you look at the Pythagorean theory, and you find part of it is the transmigration of the souls, teleportation. That's what they taught. That's what he believed in. Aristotle, the first book that he wrote was called Metaphysics. So, Pythagoras said it is through the principle of mathematical ratio that the natural harmony of music arises.
Yep, true.
They said, where did you get do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do? He said, oh, it's no problem. It's the planets. Well, how would you know? No problem. You know, that's feeding back a little bit. Could somebody, John, could you go and just lower that a little bit? They would say to Pythagoras, how would you know what the planets sound like? And I could hear what he said. I've been there. Well, yeah, just a teeny bit. Okay? It's that the big knob there, huh? Okay, I think it's fine. I said, how could you possibly know this? We've shown the harmony of Apollo. What's a harmony? What is Pythagoras saying? Listen to what he's saying. He's saying the principle of mathematical ratio that the natural harmony of music arises. Well, here's Supernova 1987A.